everybody, Jim from Jim's Holiest of Coleus. I hope for those of you in the United States, boy, what a heat wave, huh? We're really getting hit. The Coleus they're doing well. For those of you who are growing Coleus in high heat areas and pots and extended sun like we see here, make sure you keep your Coleus well watered. If they're in a well-drained pot, give them a good shot of water. It'll drain down. If you get home or you're away at work all day long and you get home and your Coleus look like they're dead, don't pull them out. Don't think they're dead. Give them a shot of water. They're very, very tough and resilient. Give them a good shot of water. Make sure you fertilize. The thing with fertilizer really helps out. It helps Coleus with the stress. It increases the root structure. It's good nutrition for plants, particularly the stress of high heat days. I work nights. I got up early this afternoon, and these were all wilted down. Gave them a nice shot of water with a soaker hose. Not around the leaves. Go down towards the soil. Make sure you give them plenty of water, and they'll be back in 15-20 minutes tops. And as we're continuing through the summer, I have to showcase these beautiful Coleus. Look at this beautiful Coleus. This is that pot, if you're following along, this is that Coleus, that multi-Coleus that's in that pot that I used, sort of like a chalkboard basin that I repurposed, that we no longer used in the house. Drilled some holes in it, filled it with some good quality Miracle-Gro, and we have some beautiful, healthy Coleus. What a beautiful, beautiful arrangement. This was pretty well. This is pretty much in the shade most of the day. Then towards the evening, when the sun is in the west, it gets a hit of good sunlight. So this does very, very well. Now this is fabulous. Look at the size of this. This thing is just going and going. We got some seed stalks coming through. There's a really good mixture. Fabulous Coleus. And at this point I'm just trimming. I'm keeping it at this height and sculpting it as best I can. Been pretty busy at work, so I have a few days off coming up early next week, so we're gonna hit this, maybe trim some of these stems that are kind of falling out, any overbearing leaves. But you know what, this is how, as I mentioned in my other video, this is what it's for. A beautiful full Coleus. And this petunia is doing very well. Again, I just hanging basket. I've been hitting this with bloom booster every week or so, and it's doing really well. I have these Coleus out here. I did really well the past week. The past two sales at the farmers market are very, very well. I sold an awful lot of Coleus, so I'm slowly saying goodbye. And here's that famous Coleus arrangement by the Rose of Sharon. This does really well. Gets direct sun late in the day, but it's still sheltered from this Rose of Sharon. Same thing, I need to hit this. This jitters is just a monster, overloading. It's just overtaking everything, but I love this mixture. There's actually two different jitters here, and a Defiance, and there's a electric lime in the back there. But really I haven't been trimming this at all. It's been very healthy, no insect problems. You know, if I see a ripped leaf, I'll remove it, but other than that, I haven't really touched this. Just been feeding it, watering it, and it's been doing really well. These planters are really great. I enjoy making them each year. And again, I have some of these stubborn. If you're following along earlier, I guess it was maybe three videos back, I had mentioned these oval tins. They weren't growing very well in the greenhouse, so I left them out here. And anything that I'm really looking to kickstart, I keep out on my deck here, and it really pays off. Look at these. These are just, I'm just letting these go. Some of these I have to trim, but I'm letting these go. I already sold a whole bunch of them. Look at these, they're fabulous. These are beautiful scarlets. There's a fishnet stocking. I have a bunch of those. And there's a Terrania mix. I sold that giant. I have that giant Terrania jitters mix. I sold that. So got some really beautiful. There's a few rootings that I did. I got to replace that one back there. It's not doing very well. And that I just threw in there. I'm gonna put an inky fingers or two in that. Make a nice inky fingers from the rootings I have in the house. Alright, so as you can see, we got plenty of Coleus here. These are monsters. Really healthy. No magic here, no green thumb needed, just good quality Miracle-Gro potting mixture, a good sized pot. The bigger the pot you put your Coleus in, the bigger your Coleus is going to become. Good watering, regular fertilizing, general purpose Miracle-Gro plant food. And this is what you'll get. Leave them out in the weather, shelter them, but give them plenty of the natural elements: rain, sun, shade, and you can't go wrong. And here's another fabulous Defiance Coleus. Same thing. It's 12 inch, I guess, 12 or 14 inch pot. Miracle-Gro plant food. Make sure your pot's well watered. Make sure your pot has plenty of drain holes on the bottom. Well watered, good quality Miracle-Gro plant food, watering, and potting mixture. You can't go wrong. Make sure you got drain holes, good quality Miracle-Gro potting mixture, regular fertilizer, water, and you will have a beautiful Coleus just like this. Look at these. These are monsters. And they're in a nice sheltered, shady area. And then again later on in the day, in the late afternoon, they get a good shot of sun. So they do really well. Actually, they get a good shot in the morning too, when the sun just rises. But now it's on the far side of the house, so they get shelter. But they're doing really well. And this beast, of course, the Inky Fingers mix. Really even pull this out here. And again, just consistent watering, well-drained pot, good quality Miracle-Gro potting mixture of equivalent, and Miracle-Gro general purpose plant food every week. Once we're in this heat wave, it's really important to fertilize. There are many that say that Coleus don't need fertilizer, and they, you can argue they don't. They're very prolific. I mean, they just grow. They're monsters. Their roots are very aggressive. But I found over the years that fertilizing does make a difference. I get a much fuller, healthier plant, stronger stems, beautiful color, and an amazing amount of growth. So I disagree. I always fertilize as much as I can. And again, I like to use this. This is the garden feeder. You buy the boxes of fertilizer, Miracle-Gro fertilizer, and you measure it. It shows you how to measure. It's very easy. You put the dry in this here, you hook it to your hose, turn it on, and it meters and mixes it, and it feeds very well. You don't have to worry about burning your plants. And here's another fabulous Saturn Coleus. And these are all my personal plants. I may sell one or two. I did sell one Defiance because I have enough here. I actually have more Saturns, so but I will sell one or two. Beautiful color. Look at that rich color, no insect damage, just beautiful, full, consistent color. Very, very beautiful. Saturn Coleus. All right, here's that Lord Voldemort. It's filling in nicely, just as I expected. It took a really long time to get this thing going. If you remember what this looked like early, one of the first videos of the season, when I started moving these outside, this was just two little straggly rootings from last year. And now look at it. It's a really fabulous Coleus. Hitting it with bloom booster, fertilizer. I'm really trying to get some seeds going off of this. And we'll see what happens. If not, we'll take a bunch of rootings and we'll just do it all again. We'll just bring the rootings inside in the fall and we'll keep them alive all fall and winter. And we'll start it back again next year out here. And we'll keep doing it until we get some seeds. And here's another giant jitters. This is a nice size, and this is in the sun a lot, but it does really well. It does really well. Got some seed stalks going. And here's a nice mixture, Kong, Empire Kong. There's some Defiance in there and so forth. It's a nice little mixture. This is that aluminum pail that I have here. And it grows real well, gets a lot of sun. Same thing. I find it wilting in the morning and give it a good shot of water and it's back all day, and I'll give it a little in the evening. Here's my Darth Vader. I sold the green Darth Vader, so I have this one, which is fine. I actually like this one the best. It's not a beautiful plant at all. Let's see, let's move this so we can get a little better. But it's a Darth Vader. Darth Vader Coleus. See if we can get a little touch up, close up. We'll see if we can get some seeds from this. And here's fishnet stockings. You'll find if your fishnets are in a lot of sun, if they get a lot of sun, you'll start to see the leaves almost turn completely black and start to lose that fishnet appearance. So if you see that starting to happen, maybe move it to a place that gets a little less sun. These I don't mind. I have these together here. I finally got some seed stalks going. This thing, I've been hitting it with bloom booster, and it's doing great. Got seed stalks going, so that's great. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's go in the greenhouse real quick. Very, very hot today. I have the fan going high. I have the shade cloth down because I really need to cut down the sunlight because it's very, very hot in there, and it just heats up way too fast, even with all this ventilation. And here's a couple of rustics I have separated for the seeds. So I have the seed stalks going over here. And this is how I try to minimize the cross-contamination, cross-pollination. So I have some of these rustics. This is the only rustic plant I have, these two. So we're keeping them going, and we're gonna get some seed stalks. Again, starting in the fall, go to Jim's Coleus on eBay. All of the plants that you see featured on my videos, I will have seeds for. So if you're looking to get some beautiful Coleus seeds for next season, or depending on where you live, if you don't have a winter, if you don't have a frost, you can grow Coleus all year long. That'll be Jim's Coleus on eBay. I'll start selling Coleus. I don't have anything listed now. October, late September, October, and I'll just keep a listing going all through the fall and winter. So it's Jim's Coleus on eBay. I sold a lot of seeds last year. People were really, really happy. 95 or plus germination. People were extremely happy, And again, like all of my profits that I have, my YouTube videos, eBay store, farmers market, a portion of those proceeds go to wounded warriors, paralyzed veterans, and the USO. So thanks for watching. You're making a contribution right there. Thank you. So as you can see here, I sold an awful lot of Coleus. I have some larger ones down here. These little hangers, they go slow. I have been selling them, but they've been slow. But I sold a lot of Coleus. Probably have enough here for maybe two more sales. Everything's well watered in here. I'm going to give it a little shot of water before I leave for work this evening. But we're doing pretty well with our farmers market this year. Very, very happy. All right, everybody, so I hope you're continuing to enjoy your summer. Love the heat. I prefer the heat, even this stifling heat, over the winter any day. I'll take it any day of the week. I always found it easier to cool off than to warm up. But I enjoy the heat. I love summer much more, of course, because of my beautiful Coleus. So, just remember, with this heat, make sure you, if you have to move some of your pots to, I mean, you're really getting extremely excessive heat and it's very, very strong, and you need to move some of your pots to an area with a little more shade, do so. But just make sure you keep them well watered. Fertilizer is the key. Trim them, check out, make sure you don't have any insects, make sure you remove any dead leaves and so forth. But things are just doing really, really well this year. I got a lot of beautiful, beautiful plants around my property. Everywhere I look, we have Coleus. So, all right, so thanks for watching Jim's Coleus. More pointers, check out my videos. And again, don't forget Jim's Coleus on eBay for seeds this fall. Appreciate it, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.